Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Taheton County. I did get it up and running just fine. Apparently I had a little, I don't know if it was a mod conflict or what that I was dealing with, but I tried to, or I was just finished up with doing a rebuild of this map and an upgraded rebuild at that. I do want to make it clear, I have made changes from what it was. After looking at multiple different avenues of what's available to me, what makes sense, I've kind of tried to make it a little bit more of how I am kind of wanting this to go, how I'm wanting to take this gameplay. So with all that being said, let's get into it. And this is going to be more of a farm tour type of deal, more so than anything else. Let me through. Thank you. So many dang doors. So first off, we have our TLX 3500 with one of the new beds that they brought out. And we have our little Jeep Wrangler Willys Jeep type of deal. Kind of like our little scout vehicle type of deal, going around all the different fields. So we're gonna come around back to the house. We have our, of course, our dag house. For Ocean is apparently her name. Did not realize that. We have put a chicken coop back here as well. No chickens yet. Haven't even filled it up with any food yet. That's how green we are into this playthrough already. Haven't even done anything. Well, technically, I have. I've basically, the only thing I've really done is harvest grapes, but we'll get into that. I've also thrown in a open air garden. So right now, the way this one works, let's get into our productions menu first. Look. Oh yeah, I have two different open air gardens. Or do I? Oh, this one's medium. This is just the open air garden. Okay. So this is the one that we're looking at here. The one that we're standing in the middle of. Takes water, seed, solid dirt, and manure. Why? Because I think I mentioned this on a different playthrough. My Backroads County. I built and put in this massive one, similar type of deal. So this one, you can, well, with the way it's set up, you can either just do, like you see here, where it just takes water to make any of these. This next step, the one that I have activated currently, uses solid fertilizer. So in comparison, just with water, it's 1-to-1 ratio. With solid fertilizer, seeds, water, fertilizer, it comes out to 64. Same with lettuce. Strawberries are a little bit different. It's double, essentially, because it's a 1-to-2 ratio, just water to produce the fruit. Now, if we end up taking it over to manure, it's about the same. It's just different fertilizer. It also uses a little bit more. Now, the other one that you guys will see, we have running off of the manure. Of course, it is bigger, so of course we're going to get more fruit off of it. But basically, we're running for both of them: tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, potatoes, sunflowers, sugar beets, soybeans, corn, cotton, and grapes. Even though we do have vineyards, I did want to activate that as well, because I'm going to treat them a little bit differently between what's coming out of our gardens versus what's coming out of the field, or in this case, vineyard. And we'll get to these orchards here shortly. So we do have everything packed full, trying to make it a little bit easier to kind of do what we need to. And as we look over this way, you can tell there's always a little something different. So of course, these come with the map. These 3 silos, unfortunately they're unusable. They don't register. I mean, they register as physically being there, but I can't delete them. Granted, I haven't really tried to use them, but I don't think they can be used because, again, they don't really register very well. So just coming around here, this was already here. We added this, and this is kind of will allow us to buy just about anything that we would need. And it's kind of like I see it as kind of like a collect-all. So if for some reason we realize that we need something that I can't get from somewhere else, which we'll get to here shortly, I can come over here. So of course our barn is different than the last playthrough. This one's a little bit bigger. We do have our TK up there. And unfortunately, these 3 silos are not usable either. I don't know why, but as far as I can tell, they're not usable. They do not register. They don't show that I can use them. Granted, I haven't tried yet with a grain auger, but at the same time, we have this guy, which has 5.432 million liters available to us. And it does have a dryer. And this is just one of those deals that we have a cover to keep water and everything else from getting in there when it's not in use. And I did add a monitor here so we can kind of keep track of what we actually have in our silo. So, because yeah, we are going to... I didn't tell you to open. Because we are probably going to try to keep more than 2 different crops in there. And the reason behind that is because I'm going to be treating it like those 3 silos are connected to this one. So in my mindset, I'm going to think that we can keep up to 5 different crops in this particular silo system. That's the way I'm going to roll with it. If you guys don't like that, let me know. But that's the way we're going to roll. So over here we do have 2 different sets of beehives. I am going to be putting additional beehives throughout the map where it's close to our fields. And kind of what I feel makes sense. Because these guys produce honey for me, which I am currently distributing or selling. I don't remember which. So yeah. These 2, I'm sure you guys have seen not only on my maps, but I'm sure other farming simmers maps. And yes, I did say farming simmers. Whether that's the correct term or not, I don't know. But yeah. Farm sim YouTubers, how about that? But these let us get most of what we need to take care of our fields. Whether it's solid fert, liquid fert, stuff to deal with weeds, seeds, lime. That's basically what those are. And it doesn't store them per se, but when we fill from these, just like that silo over there, it will be spending money. We are purchasing the products from these areas. So that is what's going on there. So in this shed, this is our repair shop, or storage, as well as storage for this guy. And I'll explain why we have him here in a moment, aside from just shoveling and forklifts and trailer moves. That's also why we have this guy. So basically this guy, and we'll talk about him a little bit more here shortly. Obviously, if we need to move any material, we can just dump it in there and we're good to go. Whether it's snow, dirt, sand, rock, whatever. So that's kind of why we have that, but also another reason for that guy. 2 of our tractors are right here. And you'll find out real quick, this particular farm has gone red. This is the Case IH Magnum Special Edition. So it does have a twin turbo in there with the AFS Connect. And we do have the rear tracks on that. As well as, I forgot that we had the tanks put on the back of it. And of course, my very special tractor that I love, is the 1455. This one, this is the one that has the light bar on top, and just the sound of it I just love. With it, I believe that has it's a twin turbo as well, or maybe it's a single turbo. But I just love it, and it has the power that I need on a daily basis, basically. So even the Semi is an international, and it's not the only one. So this is a smooth wall bin. I'm not sure what I'm going to keep in here offhand. Maybe it's going to be crop if we fill up the other spots. Just kind of like an overflow type of bin. So yes, even though I just said that our farm is turning red, I do have my ever so favorite John Deere little tractor here. And this is going to be going between the two farms. Now I say two farms because I'm considering the vineyard to be a farm. And you'll see why when we get over there. Because I do have to take this over there. And then of course we have it attached to our John Deere Batwing. So I really love that combination. Let me grab the lights, see if it does anything weird. You're blocking my light switch. Hello. Alright, 1 second while I just let this guy out of my way, because there we go. Alright, why are you not letting me turn on the lights? The switches are right there. Alright, well, we're just going to do without. So, we have this for seed. And yes, I did just say that we have that other one. But I'm going to try to play certain things a little bit more realistic. So, we're going to be using the seed boxes with this when we're trying to fill and work and do our jobs. But we do have a couple different trailers over here. This one is kind of a catch-all. It can be used with just about anything. I had my big cab over truck attached to it, and it ended up pushing that part back, and I haven't been able to get it back, so I haven't tried attaching anything else. But for some reason that I can't get this to work right, it's going to be going on the sales market. And of course, we do have an Auger Master by Lizard Logistics, just because I like it. It is going to be our grain wagon, or auger wagon. So this thing, as you can tell, can hold quite a bit of material. So can our semis. But since we're right here, both of our harvesters are the Case IH 9250s. So we have number 1 and number 2. And the only difference between both of them, tracks and duals. Everything else is the same. Oh, that one doesn't have rear weights on the back. I forgot about that one. But yeah. So let's squeeze over between here. We got everything nice and neat and packed. Again, we're definitely a Case IH international type of farm at the moment. Even with this one. So these are 2 of our semi-trucks here. If I can squeeze my big butt between it, which I don't think I can. We have everything tightly packed in. We do have a Lizard underbelly trailer. Just single bin back under there. Oh boy. Get around these tires. Oh, I forgot you were hiding back here. Our lovely farm all. And this is our Wilson one with a Case paint scheme on it. It is a dual tank, but it still can hold quite a bit. We also have a mower, flail mower. I think it's a flail mower. But it's the DC... Oh, there it is. DC 133 mower. And our conveyal is what we're going to use to basically maneuver either large amounts of seed, lime, solid fertilizer, anything like that that we may need when we're out there in the field seeding. And this also has a capability of putting like the box or the box seeds that we use with that smaller trailer. We can put them on here as well. So this is our planter. I need to yeah, I'm going to be needing to get a different one. This is Vasterizer 6127. And this is our little cultivator here. I believe it's a 6-meter cultivator, I think. And our plow. Let's get out of here. So this is the back side of our workshop. This is where obviously the honey is collected and we can pick it up and sell it. Over here, we are now using this shed to hold our headers. I figure, because I didn't really want to get rid of this just yet, but I still wanted it to kind of have some use. And it's part of the reason why we have that front loader now. So we can, because that's going to be the only way to really get in here and maneuver, get these picked up, get these headers out of here. And these are the tools to do it. This is a header mover. It can actually connect to the different headers, either that one or even these. And we can maneuver it that way. And this is designed to move the trailers. And it does connect to those guys. So that's how we're going to be getting the headers and in and out of here. I just kind of like it. It's a little bit different. As we close the doors on ourselves. I'm going to go hop onto the John Deere, and we were going to get over to the other farm. There's nothing else different over here. As far as the fields go, I do believe I have all of the same fields. So nothing different there. I do need to go back through and all of the changes that I had made to the fields previously. I haven't done yet. So that is something that I'm going to be doing off camera. I just love this tractor. Unfortunately, when you set it up with the to have an actual cab, you don't get the option of any rear lights, which I think is stupid. But oh, there's one more thing I want to show you guys. It's down here at the bottom of the hill. All right, so if you guys recall, on that last setup, I had a farm shop up there next to the house. We have actually moved it down to here because I think it would make a little bit more sense. You know, across the country, you may find these little shops, scattered roadside shops type of deal. That's kind of what I had with the mindset with this, where we can actually bring our crops, like from our little garden, bring it down here, get it out to sell, and do it that way. It looks like I need to fix the rope because of planting that. All right, while we come down here, you're gonna find some changes really quick. But one of the things that I'm wanting to do is, because of the way I've made some changes, is I think we're going to get back to my original plan for this map and have a lawn mowing company, but have it based out of the vineyard. So you'll see real quick that one of the things that I did change is I have the olives on this side with the grapes on the back side. And I've made changes to, the changes have basically reduced the amount of actual the length of the rows, and it just kind of cleaned them up a little bit. But as far as up here, we have some sheds that oh, what's this guy doing up here? We have these sheds here are going to be what I'm wanting to do, set up as our lawn mowing company. to be honest with you. And which I haven't gotten around to doing yet. Oh, do I have to go inside to do it? Probably. Turn on shed lights. Which, as you can see, there's nothing in here. And it's lovely airplane style door. And I'm not quite sure what's causing the lagging issue right now. I don't know if it's a mod I have installed or tractor or something like that that's running, but I got to figure that out. I was just trying to at the very least get a video out here for you guys because I'm already a day late. Ooh. So, and over here it's basically the same setup that we already have, just without the actual workshop. It's just the barn, just a shed. So, ooh, we have a little over 2,000 bushels of grapes in here. I know I asked Paul to come over here and get these finished up for me while I went home and had a quick breakfast because I had been up and running since like 2 a.m. So, it looks like Paul came over and finished out these vines over here with the grapes. The olives, I don't believe, are ready just yet. I think we have... I think they're going to be ready in October. No one drives down this road so I can sit there. Olives just says they're growing. Okay, then. So the way I kind of redid this area is I've kind of cut these. I made these fields a little bit easier in with the rows. So you can see here, it's a nice squared, boxy style. And I did that mainly to make it a little easier for me to go through and not have to worry about, you know, all these long rows. This is the grapes. I've already harvested those. So things just aren't working quite yet, it seems. Yeah, I've already gone through and harvested, so I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I do have to come through and clean up these areas here that I did away with the field. But you can see all these buildings here. Well, a few buildings and a couple other assets. So I do have 2 silos over here. Well, because I need to empty this anyway. We're just going to go ahead and empty this into a silo. I do have 2 different sheds. They are the Welker Farm sheds. So there's that. This one's going to be like for all the equipment and anything that we may not be using anytime soon. Like an event that, you know, right now where we just harvested grapes type of deal. The reason why I have 2 different silos is because I'm going to be using one of these for grapes and one for olives, is the idea. Now, can I dump these directly? Ooh, yes, I can. And the way I'm going to try to keep them separate is, as you see right there behind me, grape on the right, olive on the left. So therefore, harvest silo on the right, grapes, silo on the left, olives. And after I bought this one, I bought this guy here for the olives, and kind of gave them the olive green look to help determine, you know, which one is which. Because obviously it's very difficult to tell, and I don't think I can take this over to the olives and harvest with it. I do have a couple of trailers over here for the benefit of moving things, and of course our tiny little vineyard tractors. I think I left a piece of equipment running. I'm not sure what's running. It's got to be that, well, this thing here, but it was. Interesting. I didn't realize I had hopped in at one point and started it. So the reason why I have this is because I don't know if the harvesters, those two guys, if they can actually dump high enough into the semi-trailer. So between either this one or the other two trailers I have over here, we can use that and then use that to get it up into the semi-truck, is my idea. So of course this farm over here, our fruit farm, essentially is what I'm going to call it, or something along those lines. Because it may just be called the vineyard too, because that's the main thing. I'm allowing obviously John Deere, Green, and other brands, but our home farm, I think we're gonna try to keep it mostly Case this time around. I mean, even this semi over here is an International. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a Lizard. I thought it was International. I forgot about that Lizard truck. But of course we do have this Wilson, this beautiful 3-axle Wilson trailer, so as we come back around here, this is our little bit bigger open air garden. This is our medium one. As you can see here, things are a little bit more in line, a little bit better looking. This is the one that is using the manure. So this guy is our old General Mill. This is going to take things like grape juice. I'm sorry, it's going to make grape juice, olive oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, as well as flour from wheat, barley, oat, sorghum, soybeans, corn, and disperse it from there. So that's what this does. And this thing looks pretty sweet at night too, because you see the big spotlight as well as the light up top that I think it flashes red. I can't, or just stays red, I don't remember. And they have lights shining up on the silos too in the background. It just looks sweet. So all these orchards, we have, let's see here. These are the plums here. Yeah, plums. Apricots. Pears. And these should be apples then, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and these are apples. So I've never dealt with these fruit orchards at all. So I'm making a run at it. See how things go. And let's see here. Yeah, so we got those two there. Interesting. See, this is... I gotta figure out what's going on, because for whatever reason it says materials are missing, but yet I have compost, I have fruit and vegetable fertilizer, I have water. So I just don't get it. So that's something I'm gonna have to worry about or deal with in off screen, trying to get these all figured out, and because they were working just fine at one point. So I don't get why all of a sudden it's decided not to do anything. Those two there, and these have the same error. So I need to figure out what's going on with these and why they're not wanting to work right. But this is our fruit and vegetable plant that's designed to take what I'm making over here, in addition to tomatoes, and looks like cucumbers. That is this one. Yeah, so this takes apples, apricots, sugar, plums, tomatoes, green peppers, strawberries, cucumbers, and onions, and makes apple juice, organic waste, apricot jam, plums, plum jam, ketchup, strawberry juice, and pickles. I hate pickles. But wait, none of these are actually that could be an issue with making pickle juice. I don't have any onions that I'm growing, so yeah. Oh, maybe it's because it's seasonal. It's kind of getting out of the season for it. That might be the reason why we're not having anything grow right now. Just kind of dawned on me. Duh. That makes sense. We're getting into the fall and winter time. Of course they won't grow. So that makes more sense now that I think about it. But yeah, it come springtime, I'm hoping that these reactivate and they'll start doing their thing. And it just didn't dawn on me because I was in August when I put them down, and I guess technically that is still the growing time, and where you'd want to pick your fruits off the trees so they don't rot on the trees, or like you see here on the grounds. So yeah, we'll see come springtime how it goes. But I think in the meantime, I'm going to figure out what I can do with my grape juice, where I should take it to, so we can start making some profits off of it. Just so you guys are aware, and so I can keep you up to date, the way I redid this is I just gave myself essentially unlimited funds. You know, the whole $999,999,999, that whole deal. Yeah. And right now, while we get this back to undercover, we are sitting, I took it back down to 117,000, well, technically 110,000, but let's see here. What? So we sold $44,000 worth of products, apparently. And this is basically part of the whole income type of deal. Yeah. And that 31 million is what I spent to basically get everything filled up, so I didn't have to sit there with trailers and trying to fill things, and yeah. Oh yeah. Let me. So again, this is how our. Oh, and I forgot that includes buying this stuff down here, which I should. I'll just go ahead and buy 15. I was looking at my money, sorry. Because it just makes sense to buy that in addition to everything else. That includes this little field up here. 136. Looks like... Oh, and I did buy 120, because it just kind of made sense, because you look at this, I owned everything around it except for 63. So I went ahead and bought 64. Oh, I need to buy that one too. But yeah, horse barn is over here. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of work with that. Make sure it's gonna work just fine before we start doing anything with horses. If we do anything with horses, it may just be something that I delete and we just have a grass field for us to harvest. So I think that's kind of where we're gonna end things off for this video. Again, I'm really hoping that this doesn't get corrupted like the other one did and just disappear on me, because I really like the way I've gotten this map set up. And I really love this map to begin with. As you can tell, I still haven't quite gotten everything figured out with the Taheton County buildings, you know, like the way the designer of this map intended. DR Modding, shout out to you. Love this map. So keep up the good work. So I do have some ideas that I need to work on. It's going to be on a different save game, just so I don't screw up anything on this one, especially with all the new buildings and such that I've done. So that might be something that you may see in the future, where we start on a completely different farm area and just kind of go from there if I can get the buildings functioning right. So we're gonna end this video there, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and let me completely forget what I was going to say, because my dog just did something on the corner of my eye. Wow. Squirrel! I do want to say, actually, I do want to apologize for this video coming out almost a full day and a half late compared to when I normally try to get them out. I think I mentioned previously, and I did put a post up on my YouTube, that I had been working on it for the last several days, trying to get everything redone like you see it now. But usually when I spend like all day or several hours building, I do like to save, come back completely out of the game, completely start off completely fresh by getting back into the game and just recording for you guys. And whatever happened when I backed out, it didn't want to load back up, so it took me a hot second to figure out what the issue was, so I do apologize. Now, if you guys happen to like what you see, catch yourself watching more than one of my videos. Wow, if I can get things out there. Words are difficult today. Please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select you here and there. If you guys would forgive me and my speech impediments for today, not trying to make a joke on anybody, it's been a long day. I will catch you guys in the next episode, and I hope each and every single one of you has a fantastic day. So take care. Peace.